Hello everyone. Today I will be making a video on a few theories that I thought of on January. Not January. July 18th and 19th at the time that the script was made. Quick shout out to this creator for creating the game, of course, in the Discord server. So go and join in. Give the creator some love. So anyway, let's get into the lore of the game. Don't ask why I was talking like that. I just feel like I had to add something real quick. If you hear music, the Sonic Adventure 2 music in the background, then you're welcome, because I'm probably gonna get copyrighted for using that. Don't ask why Sonic is in the background either. Well, before I actually dive into lore, yes, I have to give you a quick run through of what the game is about. The game is about a girl's supposed name is Alice Anna. You don't know that for sure. That's not a theory. That's a theory for another day. For I guess a part 2 for this video. It was Nightmares. In the Nightmares, you play the shadow figure and collect items and other things. So actually, now let's actually do this. I'm somehow reading off script. Anyway, let's get to the theories and lore. The first part of this lore is the personal logs. There were multiple personal logs in the game. The first one is about someone being at their workplace for the first day. The log says this. Gotta get my reading voice. Personal log 1. It's my first day working at whatever the name is. I know they have the secret policy and nothing that is going on here. In here, my bad, is allowed to leave this building. But these are my personal notes. Writing down stuff keeps me sponsored this video. It's not. Writing stuff down helps me reduce stress. I do keep them secret from the others. It's not that I'll be able to leave anytime soon anyway. Hee. I'm tasked. I don't know what I do with taking care of one of the girls here, Alice Anna. Because that is the name. I was told before coming here that she was a victim of. I don't feel like saying this word because it's 7 o'clock. By time, even though I'm doing this, I'm tired. That before. Been in captivity for a few years, in fact. I've not met her yet, but I'll do my best to make her feel better. Sylvana. I'm just gonna go by the first name, Sylvana. Just by reading that, I think I can't solve a few things here. One of the things is that where does Sylvana work at? Why won't Sylvana be able to leave her work? Why was Alice Anna kept? It's a question I literally just have that you can literally just go back and replay the audio. It was literally why was Alice in captivity for a few years now. Anyway, that might have been answered in the second log. That was the if you somehow managed to hear that, that was the dryer. Anyway, that might have been the answer in the second log. The second log says this. Personal log 2. I've been taking care of Alice Anna for about a week now. She hasn't said a word to me or anyone for that matter since she got here. At least that what the higher ups told me. They didn't want me to snoop around as much as they too much as they put it. No idea what that's about. Wait, hold up. She is obviously still traumatized over what happened to her. I will get through to her. I want to help her if that's the last thing I do. Sylvana, by reading that right there, we know more about Sylvana and her help for Alice Anna. I guess her, or his, or they, them, I don't know their pronouns in this game. I gotta add the creator is supposedly at blank. It won't let them, they, her leave, the higher ups at their job don't want them to snoop around. This could lead to Hayami-chan. I don't know why I put it like that. This could lead to the game because we don't know who Sylvana is. Sylvana in her Nightmares Redacted, and you don't know the person that was sold the Hayami-chan anime disc in the first game. Yes, her Nightmares Redacted is a part of the not Hayami-chan verse, the Hayami verse. Yes, it's really called that. And Hayami-chan is in it, of course. In order to figure things out, there's a guy that comes in every time Alice bangs on the door. You never see his full face, just his eyes. After you check on Alice, you see his figures speed walk or run based on the animation he does. By the way, you never saw the face of the player in the Yamachan games. The other player, like 5 months ago, me. Before jumping into more theories, my Yamachan gives us the player, of course, lore. Lore. I'm sorry for that bad, um, Mad Bad impression. Lore and more backstory by Alisana. If you go to the library and click on the gray book, it'll say this: the troubled girl. There was a girl. There once was a girl named Alisana. She didn't have it easy in life. She lived alone with her father and his abusive man, and took out his anger on the concert. Took his anger out on her constantly. That's just bad. Alisana never went to school and always locked inside her room until one day, men in black, suits, of course, came knocking on the door. The men came into Alice. Sounds weird. No, why did I put it like that? The men walked into Alisana's room and grabbed her and carried out the apartment. Alisana was brought into an orphanage. The traumatizing way she was treated by her father made her not get along with the other kids. Her caretakers said she was. Her caretakers. Oh my gosh. Her caretakers even said she was special. I'm keeping all those mistakes in. See if you want to know that. Alisana was treated differently than the other children. She barely even got to see the other kids, children, however you say that. She only had one person she could call on. She could call a friend, personal caretaker, Sylvana. I looked up to her, so I was kind of right in the like 3 paragraphs ago. She was kind to her and unusually beautiful. That's what it literally says. As time passed, as Anna was the only child left at the orphanage, even Sylvana, her caretaker, was gone. Alice Anna was heartbroken, and in her sorrow, she met up 2 friends. One of them just caring and loving as her caretaker, Sylvana. The other one was just bitter. It is said that Alice Anna still lives at the orphanage. Her living friend is exploring the world, looking for new friends for Alice Anna, and her mean friend just roaming the woods outside the orphanage, stopping anyone that would want to hurt her again. Bro, I cannot. This is 7:05. I started this at like 6:30. Not 6:30. 7 o'clock. This audio 7 minutes. This stuff could lead. Oh my gosh. This stuff could actually be true, but I don't know. But this is all just a theory. A game theory. I'm sorry. Let's get on to the theories. Thank God. And not waste any more time by doing these by doing game theory references. And it took over 8 minutes just to get to theory number 1, because it's been like 3 minutes messing up and 3 minutes talking, and like the other 5 minutes are just actually me reading. Right? Theory number 1. Theory 1. We are the player from Hayami. This might be this this might sound dumb, but we are the player from Hayama-chan. One reason why is I think this had the reason why I one reason why I think this is because we never see the face of the player in the game. We also never see the face of the guy that never shows up once in a while. The guy I mentioned earlier that we never see the face of. Yes, the guy I just said in like 2 sentences ago. There's a chance that we, the player, need to work at, I don't know, before getting fired. In the beginning of Hayama-chan, a guy that we slash I don't know the name of is walking home, but he's heading back from the bookstore. And earlier in the earlier in the personal log one saying, I don't know. I know that they have a I don't know. When did I get I don't know. I know they don't oh my gosh. I know they have a secrecy policy and nothing that goes in. Oh my god. Nothing that goes on in here is allowed to leave this building. Meaning that Sylvana can't really talk about the place of the place foundation. That's what I said. I have that there. So that means we had to play from my own channel before she, I guess, or this theory doesn't really make sense. For he, I don't know why, got fired and heading back home. With that being said, theory two, I'm gonna just have it all in big big audio unless my phone decides to stop. Theory two, you're the person guy that is mentioned in the personal log one. Just reread that. Anyway, so this might this is so not this. So this is way different than so this is way different, but we might be the person that took Alfana. I'm talking too fast. We might be the person that took Alsana, just like in Theory 1, we never saw the face of the player or the anime nerd person. Plus, the anime nerd was just walking home while seeing Alsana. But here's the thing. At the end of Hayama-chan, the police came to the person's house and found him dead. So it couldn't really be him. But let's take a look at Hayama-chan 2. The game takes place in a police station. One thing though, that we get the name of the character, Jonathan Blixt. Oh, that's his name. He drives home from work instead of walking home like the person from that first game. We, the player, could have been the shady guy that sold the person the helmet and DVD for free. That person could have saw Alison walking by herself and taken her. That's what shady people do, or people takers do, right? I don't know. And the police in the Hamilton too saw the shady guy with Alana and arrested him. That's probably why Alana is at the redacted foundation or something like that. I'm gonna say it, the SCP Foundation. That just reminds me of that. Theory 3. All this is in one big audio. Theory 3. Are we the player, the mirror guy? The chance that the mirror boss from her Nightmares Redacted is the player from the first Hayama-chan game, an entity could have been Hayama-chan. Somehow transfer his soul from her Nightmares Redacted took over to her Nightmares Redacted after she killed him in the first game. The game said that they, the police, found him pale after looking with the TV the TV on with the show on. If Hayamichin had the power from the character from The Ring, the actress Samara Morgan, and and came out the TV, she could have that power. I don't know why or how this is connection. Next theory, theory 4 is a shadow figure, the same as characters as Anna. This is the next theory. I have the last theory, but it's not. This is the next theory. You might be thinking, well, of course the shadow is Anna. It's her nightmare after all. You could have been right. The character designs are different though. Anna seems like the person that will not have the same things in her nightmares. I don't know. Just look at look at the gameplay footage. Um, she was taken by a person. I'm tired. She would most likely have nightmares about that, right? If Anna isn't the shadow person in her nightmares, get it? No, I'm sorry. Who is it that? Who is it then? Could it be our mean friend that's roaming the woods, or Sylvana, the caretaker? Could have been also the better friend. Why is the better friend her friend anyway? I don't know how this is a theory, but why is this or why is the place so secretive? This isn't the last theory. I have it as the last theory. This is the next theory. I'm gonna keep saying that. This is the next theory. The reason why I have put this as not last is that I have something to say about this. I have the most to say about this. One thing is about that is the one thing about that. The one thing is that every time it's mentioned, it's always redacted. Like I don't know. I can't think of anything that fits that. Another reason why is that nothing is allowed to leave the building. If nothing is allowed to leave the building, then how is stuff being found? Hmm. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. The guy that looks at people every once in a while, or every time I'll throw up things on the door, like I said earlier, checks on her like those movies, those lighting things. I don't know what they're called, but I'm not gonna put a picture of it. I don't feel like editing out that because it's 8:47. If I can add this like 9 o'clock, we can go back to the book and my Hayami. It's my Hami-chan. It's my Hayami-chan. My Hayami-chan. That I don't know if I said it right. I can't even tell. I read a few minutes ago. Anyway, saying quote, else Anna never went to school and was always locked inside her room until men in black suits came walked up to the door and started knocking on it. The men walked into Alice Anna Anna or Anna. I'm sorry. Walked in Alice Anna's room and grabbed her and carried her out the apartment. Alice Anna was brought into the orphanage. That's what it says. Are the men from Men in Black? Are they Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith? I don't. That's what I have in the script. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm about to get a lot of backlash. There are some personal logs from Sylvana that I'm gonna cover in another video. I'm gonna go super horrible style video in a later video. Shout out to Super Horrible. Man is great. He played Benny in the Dark Revival. I haven't watched that, even though I'm subscribed to him. I still never watched it at all. Like Uh, I really should watch it. Now that I mention it, I feel like adding a description, link in the description. I don't know what. Well, that's all I got to say about that, other than an extra few theories that I have to cover real quick. Honorable theory, or theory 6, is Alice on the boss of her nightmares. That's, that could mean something. I know I said, I, yeah, there's a chance that Alice unlocks the final boss of the game because the personal loss again. It says, the personal log 5 says, if you're reading this, I'm probably dead or taken away somewhere. I decided to follow Alice, Alice, Alice Anna, and the men in the lab coats took her away from to rehabilitation, I can't even say it. I don't know what they're doing to her, but it's not whatever that word is, rehabilitation, whatever I'm trying to say. They have her lie down in an operating chair with yellow tubes inserted in her arms. They said something about absorbing energy. That else Anna absorbed energy, or they absorbing her energy. Either way, they found it out about me. Other. Either way, they found out about me looking at their awful experiment. Alrighty then, I'm back. I grabbed Alice Anna and booked it. One of my coworkers associated one of my coworkers associate what? That doesn't make sense. Anyway, one of the coworkers helped us escape. We're hiding as I write this. Alice Anna doesn't look great or look so good. She keeps salivating weird black substances. She could be the she could be the shadow figure. There's also personal for personal for personal log for. This is just me earlier, which says my job is to take care. It's not rabbit. Uh, my job is to take not hair of Alice Anna, bathe her, bring her food and such. But that's only during the morning and evenings, and there's no lunch. During the day, she's having her rehabilitation courses. I've been taking care of her for well over a month now, and I haven't noticed any progress in her mood or heal. What? I don't even know. I don't even know what I have anymore. Heck, she's even seemed more distant than before. I need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, I have to add the fact that I'm not done with the theories. I have two more theories after this. Then get to the end. Uh, Honorable theory number 2, all the people, bosses, or people, yeah, I know this might be weird to say, but I haven't gotten through all the bosses yet. And you're completely right. I haven't at all. The reason why I say this, that you don't see anyone else but the game in it. But the game, like EA Sports, you don't see anyone else in the game but Alice Anna and the guy that appears every couple of times. Then in the Nightmares enemies, which is the next theory, the red guy, or the mirror boss or something like that, is its closest thing to being human there because of how I'm gonna trick to my spit. I know, weird. Anyway, because of how the red guy looks compared to the other bosses, as Anna could have murdered people, and the people she murdered is in her nightmares as bosses. The people she murdered could have been people at the blank. Anyway, honorable mention, not honorable mentions. Honorable Theory 3. Oh, the enemies are people too. Yes, Final Theory. You're welcome. You're welcome. Praise the heavens. I'm sorry. What was that laugh to? Like I said in my last theory, the alpha bosses are dead people that Alpha murdered. Yes, similar to that theory. That's this theory. Some of the people, not some of the people, some of the enemies look kind of like people when you look over your videos from like 5 months ago. Anna, could have killed lots of people. Yeah, and somehow the police didn't find out about them, and the people on our nightmares trying to kill her. So, yeah, that's all I have for you today, people, folks. This is not my last theory, just my first theory. So bear with me on that. That's why this video is super long and not short like my other vids.
Remember this. You will never know what will happen next at any given moment. So always live in the present and keep an eye on what's going on around you. Because in this life, the most unexpected things can happen just in a snap.